Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio podcast. This is our Royal Rumble reaction show. I'm Smoot along with Chucks and Will. No Beans. He might show up late, or he might have fallen asleep, either or. Um, no, actually, you know what? Just now, about a couple of minutes ago, he said he'll try to be with us soon.
Yeah.
So,
I was wondering if he'd been a victim of our releases today.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's...
Because everyone else had been released as well. Quite a few have been released.
I saw that the other day, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what... This is a billion-dollar company, and they're still doing releases.
It was earlier today. Funny enough, while SmackDown was on, I was
of course.
SmackDown and tweets started coming on. So wish best of luck in their future endeavours this time. Some strange ones actually. Some people have only just come back, which is a bit weird. So we've got the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson,
yeah, I heard about those. So they'll be going back to Japan, I guess. Keep talking.
Yeah, you think so? Oh, I think they'd be a good fit for AW. To be fair, any one of these could be a good fit for AW. To be fair, Giovanni Vinci.
Oh no, Giovanni Vinci.
Yeah.
You know, I should have done that as one of my predictions. We did the prediction game. We had any big jumps between WWE and AEW, so this would have been like these are the ones we got to look out for.
So next one was Isla Dawn.
Okay, Isla Dawn.
Yeah, Blair Davenport. They made a really big fuss of her being drafted to Raw on NXT when they did the draft a few months ago. This is a shocking one. Sonya Deville. She's in a pretty big part of the Pure Fusion Collective being called.
That's a terrible name, but
it is a terrible name. Yeah. Probably should have released that name rather than
You know, but, they were they at the Rumble or was it something else recently? And when did I see them? It must have been at the Rumble.
Zoe, what's her name? She was in the Rumble, as was Sonya Deville. Not Sonya Deville, the other one. Shayna Baszler.
And I was thinking, I could see Shayna being released.
I thought that. Yeah, she's been there a little while.
Last week, I was thinking Shayna. Maybe. But it was the other one, Sonya. I would have said she was the least likely to go.
Yeah. Next we got Cedric Alexander. I didn't know he was still there. To be fair, I thought he'd gone a while ago.
Oh well, there's a place for him.
Yeah.
Syndicate.
And then Paul Ellering and the Others of Pain, who come back about 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, they've gone. Others of Pain, there's sort of a bit weird going on with them because they've been actually signed back for about 2 years now, and they spent a good year on the sidelines doing nothing. And then all of a sudden they were back on Raw with what's his name, Karrion Kross, the Final Testament they were being called. So yeah, they're pretty surprising. To be fair, they've not done anything since they come back. So yeah, I'm not really surprised. None of them have really. I mean, Vinci had that terrible rebrand, didn't he?
Yeah, like being an alpha male and living a lavish, rich lifestyle, which never debuted on TV. It was only teased, as far as I'm. No.
No, didn't he? He did have one, but didn't he have he had that one match? He got beaten like a minute or something. Sure, he had a return on SmackDown. Cause they made a big deal out of it, and then he got beat by. God, who was he? Maybe Cedric Alexander. Thinking about it. But he had that one match, and he was terrible. And I've never seen him again. So yeah, that's quite surprising since as you say, since the making money all over the place.
Yeah,
it's a bit strange. But then I've always said, if it's the same with any business. If someone's not got no mustard, you're paying them for nothing, aren't you? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Vinci, since he split, so that was in April. His last match with Kaiser. His singles run was losing to Apollo Crews, and then losing again to Apollo Crews. And then losing to Sheamus, and then 5 dark match losses. 1 to Baron Corbin, 3 more to Apollo Crews, and 1 to Luke Gallows. So that his last match was with another guy who's also been released back in December.
Mm.
That's a shame that it didn't work out with him. That didn't really make a lot of sense to me. I haven't been following the backstage news if he's just fallen out with the wrong people or something. That Imperium team seemed to be really good, and then he just got kicked out and never seen again. Barely ever seen again.
Well, yeah, that's it. When they were the three of them with Imperium, there was four of it. One of the other guys.
Yeah, Alexander Wolf, Axel
Absolutely.
Tischer.
They were really good on the old NXT days, and then they lost him, and then they went down to three. And even then, he was still quite good. But yeah, I don't know. Like you say, maybe just someone took a disliking to him or something. But yeah, very strange. There's an NXT guy as well. Duke Hudson. He went early in the week. So yeah, I don't know if there's any more planned, but
yeah,
Duke Hudson is a very NXT name.
I just looked up his social. I had never seen this guy before.
He was
Duke Hudson.
Yeah.
35.
He was part of the
That's too old
Chase
to be.
University.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all I know of him. I don't know anything else about him. But yeah, like I say, it's strange that it's still doing big releases like this. But then they say if they're not doing anything, then why not? No comment.
I mean, they do this every so often.
Yeah.
Maybe less so since Triple H has taken over, but like, it's a $1 billion company. You don't need to be cutting the fat here.
Well, if they say it's to cut costs, then sure, that seems a bit bullshit. But also, I don't think just being a $1 billion company means that you need to employ people for no reason. If they don't intend to ever use the guys, then why not come? Or I don't know, how long are these contracts? If they're only a year, then yeah, okay, you let them run out, whatever. If they're on 3-year contracts and say, well, this guy's 35, he's not getting better. Why not? Why not?
Plus, as well as that, I think you probably kind of send a message to the other guys, don't you? Like, okay, well, we're not safe here. We might have to book our ideas up, type thing. Especially the lower down the card guys, because obviously they're thinking, well, we can coast there and get paid and do nothing. I think I've seen a tweet earlier on. Let me try and find it. It's no disrespect to them, because I know that they're both really good wrestlers, but the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows, and the other guy's name escapes me right now.
Carl Anderson.
Carl Anderson. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name at all. Since they come back, because they were released Wednesday, and they've come back again.
I'm not sure I ever actually saw them on TV in their comeback. They just were never really there.
Yeah. Even in like social media posts and things like that, I really haven't seen them like all that much.
No. Well, there was that thing with when AJ Styles got injured, didn't they? But they were teasing the split between them, and it never really happened because he got injured.
God, yeah.
But yeah, I can't find the tweet right now, but I think since they come back, they've been on TV for like 48 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Someone said
Sounds about right.
They were on to a winner there, weren't they? They've been signed for about 2 years.
A couple of years now, yeah.
And worked for 48 minutes.
And to think, you always badmouth the people keeping time of wrestling.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you appreciate him now.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure, but only 48 minutes we've seen, I'm sure they've done other stuff outside TV, but it is kind of funny to reference. But yeah, see where they did do quite well in Japan, didn't they, before WWE? So
yeah, they'll probably go back there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Muck it up with the AEW guys or something.
Well, they've been really coasting on the Bullet Club whatever residue they've still got from their time in the Bullet Club for a long time now. So maybe it might be time to go back and rejoin for a little bit.
Yeah.
48 minutes. If that's true, then 4 women and no men were in the Royal Rumble for longer than they were back in the WWE.
Nice.
Ay. Should we get into the Rumble?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I don't have the music set up here. Hold on. Woo. There we go. Hold on.
All right. So I'll get rid of our predictions. Let's look at the other predictions. Cool. Oh wow. Yeah, I had a bad night, didn't I? Woo.
I think we all did.
Well, some more than others, but yeah, okay. Only 4 matches on the show, as we talked about last week. 2 of them very, very long. Even for Royal Rumble standards, these matches were long. 1 hour and 10 and 1 hour and 20 minutes long. So that's why, only 4. First up was the Women's Royal Rumble. How the hell am I going to recap this?
Well,
Io Sky and Liv Morgan were first out.
Yeah.
Then Roxanne Perez, one of us had... What was our predictions for this? Didn't you have some other secondary predictions for the Rumble, surprises and that?
Let me pull it up here, if that is the case.
Because I think she was on there.
Here you go.
There you go. Surprise entrances. Cool. So, who had... None of us?
None of us, apparently.
None of us had Roxanne?
No.
Apparently not.
What? How did I not?
Maybe you're misremembering. I don't know.
I could have sworn it.
May have to go
And
back.
both of you had AJ Lee?
Yeah.
I didn't think we were allowing that. Oh, man, this sucks. Okay, well, I should have had a point there, but I didn't for some reason.
I think it's because you were working on that Thomas the Tank Engine video that you weren't paying attention to the main show.
Possibly.
Which, by the way, I'll just double check now, but it's about 4,000 views on it in the last week.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4,070 views as of right now.
Sweet.
Nice.
Anyone wants to see that, just search YouTube for Henry's Bricked Up and Lonely. Actual life.
Nice.
Right. Roxy was third. Lyra Valkyria, Chelsea Green, who lasted quite a long time actually. Oh, and those first 3, they all lasted well over an hour. They were the 3 longest serving, if that's the word. 1 hour 6, 1 hour 7. Roxy now has the record, I think.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Like Michael Cole kind of botched or something.
Bailey had the record 1 hour and 3 minutes last year. Liv Morgan broke the record 1 hour and 7 minutes. And then less than a minute later, 47 seconds later, Roxanne Perez beat that record again. Yeah, so 2 new records set. B-Fab, I guess she was a surprise. Ivy Niles, Zoe Stark, Lash Legend, another surprise. Bianca, Shayna Baszler, there's Shayna, Bailey, and then Sonya Deville.
Who?
Little did we know.
Yeah.
Although she did only last 6 minutes. So. Maxine Dupree, Naomi, Jada Parker, whoever that is. Piper Niven, Natalia. Natalia was a surprise. She's still around. She's not. She's got to be like 50 now. 42. She looks great. Jordan Grace. That was the least surprising surprise. Although, wasn't it her mum's birthday?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Organized her mum's birthday party.
She's at home crying.
Yeah.
No one turned up for a birthday party.
Jeez.
Really bad. Really bad. Michin, and then...
Disgraceful daughter.
It really is, and then to lie about it too. It's one thing to not go to your mum's birthday party, but then to say, no, I'm not going to work, I've taken the day off, I'm going to organise my mum's birthday party. And then actually, you know what? I'll show up in the Rumble instead. Last 23 minutes.
It's just a layover in Indianapolis I got to attend to.
Yeah.
It was her first, although she's been in the Rumble twice. It would be a good quiz question at some point. She would have been in the Rumble twice, but it was her first as a WWE superstar.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that official now? Yeah.
They did mention it. Michael Cole referenced this, said she's officially a WWE superstar.
And she had one elimination too, Jada Parker. She threw out. First big surprise of the night, although there was some rumors. Alexa Bliss is back.
About time.
There was rumors that going the other way. There was rumors that she wasn't coming back ever again.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite funny that the commentators basically call that out.
They're allowed to do that now.
Yeah.
The internet's full of bullshit.
I thought she wasn't coming back. But no, there she was. She got the biggest pop of the night because I guess we know what her music sounds like.
Well, kind of. It wasn't really her music. It was something sounded like her music.
It sounded a bit like her music, and they did flash her name up.
They did.
Whatever screen they had.
She had a cool. She had on SmackDown last night as well. Have you seen the jacket she's got on?
Yeah, they didn't do a very good job of showing that on the night.
No, they didn't. No, but it said the original jacket said "Fiend Forever," and she'd modified it slightly to say "Friends Forever." Yeah. So.
Friendships that'll never end. Zelina Vega, Candice LeRae, Stephanie Vaquer. She's in now. She's NXT. Trish Stratus apparently is affiliated with the Hall of Fame. They've got Raw and SmackDown listed on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT on the wiki page, and she's listed as her brand is the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's her affiliation. So Trish is back for 13 minutes, and before being thrown out by Nia Jax, as so many were. Raquel Rodriguez. So she also has a huge back.
So I was late on watching the Rumble, and when I tuned in, no shit, I'm telling you right now, it was at the point where Nia Jax like eliminated like 8 at once. So I was like, oh my fucking god. So
lucky number 27 is Charlotte Flair. Her big return announced ahead of time. Julia from NXT, 28, and then Nia Jax, 29. 9 eliminations. So I think that's 29 total now in her career. That's a lot.
Also,
then
the
from the Hall of Fame brand.
The recently divorced Charlotte Flair, by the way.
Recently divorced Charlotte Flair, yeah.
I wonder if they've not said anything yet, but I wonder if what's his name? Andrade. I wonder if he'll suddenly find himself on Raw.
Yeah.
I guess so, probably. And not being used on Raw as well, instead of not being used on SmackDown. And then also from the Hall of Fame brand is Nikki Bella, who is she also recently divorced, or is she?
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Artem Chingvintsev.
Yeah, the Dancing with the Stars guy that had some sort of domestic dispute with her.
Strange fact, I don't know if you're a fan of, you're aware of the reality show The Traitors.
I've never heard of it.
I keep being recommended The Traitors. Apparently it's very good.
It is very good. The British one is brilliant, I think, but I've never watched the American one until the final of the British one a couple of weeks ago. At the end, they did the trail for other stuff you can watch. And we've got the US version of The Traitors on iPlayer.
Okay.
Season 3 has just started, a couple of months back just started. Nikki Bella is in the cast. She's one of the players in The Traitors. Which I just didn't expect to see. But I'm
looking at a celebrity version, or
it's a bit weird. The American one. It's kind of a combination of like well-known people and normal people. But I've seen a clip and I'm looking at him going, that looks like Nikki Bella. I go, oh, it is Nikki Bella.
Oh, so it's people from
It's
various
mostly like all the
reality
reality stars, yeah.
Yeah. So Real Housewives, Bachelorette, Survivor, Bob the Drag Queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. The Biggest Loser, Bob Harper is a personal trainer on The Biggest Loser. Real World, Big Brother. Down to Earth.
It must have been
Efron.
the first season that I saw when they announced they were doing it. That was like a bit of a combination of like well-known people and others, because strangely enough, the guy that used to be the leader of the speaker in the House of Commons, John Bercow.
Yeah.
He was in it for someone. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows who he is in America.
No.
Just the guy that shouts order quite a lot.
But he would always say it in a weird voice. Order!
Yeah, he would. There's a great Twitter account. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. There's a great
They had
Twitter account.
Ekin-Su on there as well. Wow, amazing.
I know that name, is she?
She was on Love Island.
That's right, she was.
And
watched
then
either,
was
but
in
no,
Celebrity Big Brother as well.
She was, that's where I know.
And hated being asked about Love Island.
Yeah. Just slightly off script. If you get a minute, look up the account. It's called Rob Bercow Shouts Thing or something. It's just clips of him when he was in the Commons.
Yeah.
Just shouting at people. It's great. You spend a good half hour laughing your head off at it. It's great. Get on to that. Anyway, Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. Yeah, Nikki Bella was number 30. So what stats do we have here? Roxanne sets the record for longest in there. Nia Jax 9 eliminations was the most.
Don't remind me.
Charlotte Flair is your winner, number 27.
Yay.
No big surprise, really.
Well, because they gave it away. They gave her entry away on Twitter. Would have been
Did they?
big. I mean, yeah, they forwardly announced that she would be.
Oh, to actually say that she was going to be in it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, they did that on SmackDown weeks ago. Did they show?
Yeah.
Vignette of her getting off a boat. She said she's entering the Royal Rumble. I think they give away the win when
Yeah.
she come out. Even the commentator said, "Wow, she's got pyro." who has pyro on a Royal Rumble entrance? You know, it's true. No one does it, do they? But
True.
she did.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the chosen one. Chosen by you, Will. You predicted Charlotte's win. For some reason, we didn't. Because we're silly. I had
match,
Becky
Charlotte.
winning. I thought it was definitely going to be Becky at number 30, but no. Nikki Bella. Smoot had Jade Cargill.
Wasn't even
No.
in the Rumble.
Not even in there. And
That's a strange one. What's happened to her?
No, where is Jade Cargill?
Apparently she was injured, and the last story I heard last, she was at the performance centre trying to get cleared. But that was like months ago, before Christmas. So
But
Yeah.
was that a real injury then?
apparently it was, yeah.
I guess as good as mine on that.
But maybe she's just not as ready as they thought she was when she came over.
She was obviously not ready.
But then again, you know, she seems to. I've never seen much of her in AEW, but she seems to do alright in AEW. So,
Yeah, and the squash matches she was doing.
I was going to say, is it just because she was in squash matches and they've got lower standards?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely a strange situation there, though.
Especially that she got called up. Like if she had spent a load of time in NXT, maybe yeah, she's just not ready and she's not
Well,
picking up
she-
quickly. But
She went straight
called
to the main roster, didn't she? And made a bit
there's a
big
little
hoo-ha about it.
delay, but yeah, pretty quick. And then she was put straight in the tag team.
Mm.
Yeah, well. So that's it. 1 point for you, Will, and we are all lagging behind. Next up was what thoughts on the Women's Rumble in general? I thought it was
Terrible.
alright this time. Terrible.
I thought it was decent. Yeah. I thought for the first time, we'll get to the men's one later. I thought for the first time in a while, they were both pretty decent.
For me, I thought it was the first time in a while that both of them kind of sucked.
This is the first time in a while that they haven't relied on low. Well, there's still quite a lot of outside. If you count NXT as outside, like filler. Especially in the women's rumble, they would always have a load of legends from 10, 15 years ago.
That was noticeable. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Nikki Bella, I guess, and even Trish is kind of in and out. She was around for a while, not long ago. Yeah, that's probably a good.
I don't mind 1 or 2 legends. I think that's kind of what you expect in the rumble.
Yeah.
So I don't mind 1 or 2.
1 or 2 is fine. Yeah, and there was a lot of debuts or like fresh faces who were going to be something in the next however many years.
Yeah,
Stephanie Vaquer and Julia and Roxanne and quite a few things to be optimistic
Apparently, don't know how true it is because I've not seen any official confirmation, but I've seen a report today that Roxanne is now officially part of Raw.
Hey, that's good.
So she's been called up.
Cool. Second was the 2 out of 3 falls match, DIY and the Machine Guns.
Yeah, this was
I was
also
kind of
kind
looking
of
forward
bad.
to this. Ah, man.
It could have been really good, but I think the crowd just went into it. It just didn't spark off.
Yeah, that first pinfall. It seemed like Indianapolis had no idea what was going on, or if they just didn't care.
Yeah, it was pretty good when you had it explained to you, and when you could see the replays and all of that. But it might have been a bit too clever. It might have been overthought a little bit. With the fake tag, and the illegal man being a distraction for the... Yeah, it's a nice idea. Yeah, just didn't work. But it was cool to see the Shelley and Sabin in WWE.
Yeah.
They got some time here. It was only 15 minutes or so, but it's cool. Things I never thought I'd see. And I got screwed. You guys all went for DIY. Points for you. I thought the Machine Guns would win this because it's a 2 out of 3 falls, but no, because of the Street Profits. They ran in and cost me a point.
Yeah, that
which also didn't make a lot of sense.
That was also kind of a bizarre thing because I didn't know that the Street Profits were heelish, to say the least. But they also kind of attacked the bad guys as well, so maybe they're just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they don't like DIY, so they helped them win, so they would have the belt, so they could beat them for the belts.
Yeah.
Which is also something that kind of needs explaining to you, which the audience may not have totally understood.
Yeah.
But, story must continue.
One thing I didn't like, which they didn't actually show on the broadcast itself, but they had that, I can't remember his name again, the streamer guy, not Speed, the other one. Stinnett, is it?
Who?
Oh, Kaisenet.
Oh, yeah.
He was backstage running about with his stream, doing a live stream, which no real problem with that, but during this match, I was seeing some clips on Twitter, so I actually had his stream open while this was going on, and he went out into the crowd and he was sat in like the 3rd or 4th row on the hard camera side. So you didn't actually see him on the show itself, but he was sat there and he was talking to the guy next to him, talking to his chat, and was just paying absolutely no attention to the match whatsoever. And I just thought that's a kind of, I mean, I get what he's trying to do. Obviously, he's there to stream it, but it's a bit disrespectful to what's going on in the ring.
Yeah. It's pretty much like people on their phones whenever a match is on.
Well, yeah, there is that as well. Yeah.
Streamer is kind of self-obsessed. Yeah.
And then there was one point where he was basically had his phone, or whatever, I guess it was his phone, whatever he was using to stream from, zoomed in on the big screen. so you could see basically what was being broadcast. And I thought, I think that's kind of illegal, mate. It's it's pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, it says that on your ticket. Assuming he had to buy a ticket, probably didn't.
I don't think he did.
To film any portion of the show.
Yeah.
He could have been thrown out for that. That would have been content. Third, the only match that we all got right. The double undisputed championship match. Ladders, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and what happened here? Because the end was Kevin Owens taking a crazy bump onto a ladder, kind of onto his head.
Yeah.
And then not moving. And Cody Rhodes just going straight for the ladder and up and grabbing the belt. No selling, no messing around. He just, almost as if it was real.
Everyone thought
he wanted
Kevin Owens was dead.
Yeah.
And Cody was like, no, I'm having my belt.
But they had the medics come out to check on Kevin Owens, who wasn't moving. But he wasn't not moving in a don't let him move his head and neck kind of way, but in a don't no one touch him at all kind of way. Which makes me think it's kind of,
like,
if it
legit.
was real, they would be holding him very still, or not letting him move at all. But he slightly rolled to his side by the end. Which, if it was real, they wouldn't have let him do, surely. I'm thinking he's probably okay, and it just looked bad. But I haven't heard any.
I think initially there probably was a bit of genuine concern there. But I think obviously once they found out he was okay, they just carried on with it type thing.
So he was okay then?
Yeah, he was on
No
SmackDown.
stories about it.
No, actually it was Raw, wasn't it? And Raw, he gave Sami Zayn a packet of
that's
powder.
true. Forgot about that. Yeah, he did. Okay, well he's fine then. Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it was a hell of a match.
It was a great match.
Yeah.
The
I
Hornswoggle
generally
ladder
did
made
think-
made an appearance.
It did. I generally did think that he was that was the Alabama slam into the ladder. I generally did think he was seriously injured after that.
Yeah.
It looked brutal. Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff all around. 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
Cody is again your undisputed champion. He has one belt that represents two belts, and now a second belt as well. So I guess he's a triple champion.
Yeah.
He only had one belt with him on SmackDown, so I think they're getting. You won't see that other one
the eagle
anymore.
is gone. All right.
I was surprised he was taking the bumps he was taking, considering we're into the Mania build now. That wouldn't take any risk with him.
I guess you can take it easy now for a couple of months, can't he?
He come out of it okay. I think he had some of that tape on him on SmackDown last night, but other than that, I think he was alright.
I imagine he'll be doing very little.
Yeah, sure.
Now. Actually, we've got Vengeance Day is the NXT one. Elimination Chamber Toronto.
It's getting really confusing at the
What's
minute, not
your code?
because the branding all the NXT events as WWE. So you're not quite, unless you're keeping up with the product, you don't quite know whether it's a main roster or a NXT show.
Yeah.
I guess that's the idea. So you watch them all, find out what's going on. I won't be watching them all.
Yeah, Elimination Chamber's next, and Cody's not booked on it. Presumably he'll do something, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's only working that and then WrestleMania. We'll see. Keep him safe. And then the main event, an hour and 20 minutes long. Royal Rumble match, the men's Royal Rumble. Let's have a look here. Who do we have? Brand, also from the Hall of Fame brand. He's a co-brander. Rey Mysterio, Raw and Hall of Fame. Rey Mysterio out first. If he's going to win, he has to go one better than his 2006 appearance, which, by the way, is nearly 20 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They make us all feel old.
Yeah. It was at that point I had to look up how old Rey Mysterio is, because how can that have been 20 years ago when he wasn't? It's not like he was just breaking in even then. Well, it turns out he's 50.
Been going a while, hasn't he?
Yeah. and he still moves really well for
Yeah.
Having double-digit knee surgeries, yeah.
double-digit knee surgeries. Yeah, exactly. And then I kicked myself because I had this exact thought and I didn't call it last week. I just had a feeling that Ray and Penta would meet up in the Rumble, because of course they will. Exactly the kind of thing they do. And they did. They were the first two, which was cool. That's a nice moment. And then
What are the odds?
What are the odds? That's how I would have booked it. If
I saw someone suggested on Twitter when Penta was coming out, and they said, "Can we change the rules so the next entrant comes out with half an hour?"
Just throw out the other 28 an hour from now. Well, number 3 didn't wait half an hour, nor did he last half an hour. Chad Gable, who was not Kurt Angle, but you could be forgiven for mistaking him. He needs to lose a hair versus hair match sooner rather than later. That's the last piece in the puzzle.
The actual Kurt Angle was at ringside.
Did they show him?
Yes.
He was there, yeah.
Oh. Must have missed him.
Yeah.
Shame he didn't jump the barrier and get involved.
Alright.
Was a bit of rumour that he was going to be in the Rumble.
Would have been nice, but he's recently said no, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Can't do it anymore.
I think he's more enjoying himself as a family man than a dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And single-digit neck surgeries. Still too many neck surgeries. Only single-digit, but 5 or whatever it is. Too many. Chad Gable, who has had lots of trouble with luchadors lately. He now has to deal with 2. And then Carmelo Hayes, and then Santos Escobar.
Chad's apparently now on Raw. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but on Raw, because you say he's had this trouble with luchadors lately. He said he's going away for a bit to learn the ways of a luchador. And he told the rest of what do they call it now, American Made. Told the rest of them that he's going to be away for a couple of weeks while he goes and does whatever. There's some rumour he's going to they're going to do something with him in Mexico. He's going down to some of the Mexican companies.
That'd be awesome. You should do that.
Yeah, because they've done stuff with Japan, haven't they? They've let like a few of them go over to Japan and work with.
Yeah, Nakamura's gone to.
Yeah.
Wasn't Noah, was it? Wherever it was.
Yeah, it was Noah. Was it?
Oh, was it Noah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, a few times they've done that, and then now they're working with Mexico as well. The forbidden door is truly open.
It is.
So yeah, Chad Gable has 3 luchadors and Carmelo Hayes to deal with, and it only gets worse because the next out is Otis, his old guy.
What are the odds?
Bad times for Chad Gable. Then it's Bron Breakker. Then it's Akira Tozawa, who gets beaten up. Who did he get
Carmelo,
beaten
wasn't
by?
it?
Is it Carmelo?
Carmelo on his way out.
Oh, I thought Carmelo
Carmelo got eliminated, and then on his way out, he attacked him.
Attacked Akira Tozawa, so Akira Tozawa couldn't continue. Triple H tells him, no, you're not going out there, but we need someone. He looks around, and who happened to be in Gorilla? Not Shawn Michaels. I Show Speed. If only it had been Shawn Michaels there on the monitors with him. Instead it was I Show Speed, who was kind of a little... He made out that he was reluctant to go out there. He's, oh no, I couldn't possibly, I'm not... All right. Then he ran out, straight into the ring, got involved, got speared.
I'm just amazed that the production team had his music and everything ready for him at that particular moment.
Yeah, what are the odds?
Exactly.
They showed speed in getting there. He lasted less than a minute though.
In all fairness to him, I don't like the guy. I don't really know much about him really, but what I've seen him, I don't like him. But I thought that this was done quite well. He took that spear well.
Yep.
I didn't take anything away from it. He was only in there for a minute, and it was quite a good little fun moment, I thought. So yeah, I was seeing a lot of people complain about it, but I had no problem with it really.
No, if he was in there for too long, or tried to get involved too much, or was made out to be more, I don't know, physically impressive than he is. He's just a guy. He's a celebrity. He's a streamer. He shouldn't be able to eliminate Bron Breakker. That's just, he should get beaten up and thrown out, which is what happened. He helped Bron Breakker throw Otis out, and then Otis got his revenge, pulled him out, and that was that. That was our celebrity involvement this year. Now we had a prediction.
Excuse me.
Celebrity involvement in 2025. I'm pretty sure none of us had. No.
Don't think we did we?
No, none of us had iShow Speed. Unfortunately.
The biggest thing I did have a problem with was that he did that stupid Ronaldo celebration.
He did, yeah.
That was my main issue with the whole situation, but
Topanga was not in the Women's Rumble.
Damn it.
Shame.
Well, it just says, will there be a celebrity in a match? So there's still time.
There's still time.
There's a long time to go. But that was our first chance of getting a point on the 2025 predictions. Sheamus out next, and then Jimmy Uso, who I've kind of almost forgotten was a thing. What's Jimmy Uso doing these days?
Not tagging with his brother.
Yeah, not much since. He hasn't done a lot since Mania, really. He was injured for a bit. I think he got injured at Mania, actually, so he had a few months off, and then he was involved with the whole sort of bloodline reincarnation, wasn't he?
He made up the numbers in War Games.
And again, he's done nothing since.
Done nothing since. Speaking of which, Andrade was next. The recently divorced Andrade.
Recently divorced, that's right.
Recently divorced Andrade. Both of whom, Jimmy and Andrade, eliminated by the next entrant, Jacob Fatu. He's surely the one to beat.
I think potentially the next big star to come out of the bloodline, I think.
Should be.
Have you seen? We forgot to mention it last week because we were talking about the Rumble too much, but some of his promos he's done on SmackDown the last few weeks have been really good. He's really good.
I love you solo.
He didn't.
I love you solo.
But he's really good on the mic. A lot of people saying didn't think he was that, would be that good. But yeah, so keep your eye on him, I think.
Will do. Also keep your eye on the next guy, because you might just miss him, Ludwig Kaiser. He was out next, and one of my least favourite moments of the year is when they try to eliminate someone in record time and fail.
Didn't do it.
They've already done it about as quickly as it can be done. I don't think... that's just it. It's Santino forever. But Ludwig Kaiser got in, attacked, was it Penta or something, and then just got thrown out. It was 6 seconds. They tried to pretend that there was a new record set. It was less than 1 second.
Nowhere near, was it?
Nowhere near.
Like you say, how were they going to beat Santino? It was 1 second, wasn't it?
He stood up and was clotheslined out immediately.
Yeah.
It was like, it cannot be done quicker than that, but they keep trying with Titus O'Neil and whoever else. Nope. The Miz was out next, and then someone must have said his name.
Say my name.
TNA brand.
Oh, hey, Beans.
Oh, shit.
I've been sat in this thing about 5 minutes waiting for that chance.
Oh, you should have said something.
No, I wanted to have the impact.
Okay. Well, welcome in, Beans.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. Sorry I was a bit late.
That's alright.
Okay.
Too late. Joe Hendry from the TNA brand is number 15.
We all saw it coming, didn't we, I think, but it was still a cool moment.
It was a cool moment. But again, they didn't catch his turning around pose.
No. I think it's hard to do in a Rumble, though, to be fair, isn't it?
But you know it's coming. He's going to do the thing. Get ready. Come on. We've got enough cameras.
I think they're more obsessed with getting crowd reactions when it's stuff like
Yeah, that's the problem.
It was kind of cool to see Reigns spear Joe Hendry. Just that visual.
Yep. Well,
Roman
number
Reigns
16 was in fact Roman
spearing-
Reigns.
Sorry, I jumped out there, haven't I? Sorry.
But yeah, he speared Joe Henry and Hendry and threw him out. But that was it. Joe Hendry has made it to the main roster. He's appeared on a premium live event.
He was on, I always forget his name, the guy did the Punk interview.
Ariel Helwani.
That's the guy. He was on his podcast, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. Sorry, I've just lost my monitor. What's going on there?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh,
someone threw a table near Will.
Didn't they have, yeah. I think I might have a loose cable or something. So, what I was saying, yeah, he was on his podcast and he said by the end of the year, he guarantees he will have wrestled John Cena. So,
I don't know about that one there, Chief.
I don't know.
I
It's-
think
possible.
He's probably good at more than now than he ever could, really, if you think about it.
Well, yeah.
If the TNA merger is like fully 100% done and all that, then sure, I'll be more inclined to say yeah. But for right now,
It's done enough for him to be in the Rumble.
Yeah. I mean, fair, but still, I don't think.
I mean, Cole pretty much said it as Reigns, as he's coming out. You know, the TNA champion is in the Royal Rumble.
The champ is here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's more possible now than it ever was.
I think he'll do one of his John Cena invitationals.
Maybe, if that's what Cena does. If he does a little streak of just wrestling anyone who's around, then yeah, why not?
Yeah, he'll just say things like, let's have a little bit of fun tonight or something.
Yeah.
Implying that the other times he shows up is not fun.
It never is. It's not fun. It's always.
What if he
irritating.
says?
I want him on.
What if Cena says something like, you know, because it's
I
his
wanna
last year,
wrestle Joe
he wants to
Hendry
do
and then
something different, and he wants to go. I'm going to Impact.
Oh, wow.
And then
Cena on Impact, but
and-
not on Dynamite.
Smoot's the one that's predicted AEW and he turns up in TNA.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean,
No.
arguably, I would say maybe Impact would be the better show, considering some of the booking decisions Dynamite's been doing. So
I think I've said this before. So there's a genuine argument that TNA is the number 2 promotion now.
yeah, I would say that's correct. AEW's kind of fallen off quite a bit.
Forgot to mention, the commentators said that Joe Hendry beat Nick Nemeth for the TNA
He did.
championship,
Yeah.
not Dolph Ziggler. So, man, universes are colliding here.
Well, it collided even more. We'll get to that in a minute. There's another one. Something that happened during the week.
Okay, cool,
Oh,
cool,
God.
cool. So, yeah, Reigns was 16, Drew McIntyre 17, Finn Balor 18, Shinsuke Nakamura with his new theme, which is kind of cool, but I don't know, the old one was just so good.
They don't want people singing along to it, do they? So.
I think that's what it is, yeah. That's what they did when he went heel last time, didn't they? Gave
Yeah.
him a crappy version of the theme. Jay Uso, the good Uso, came out number 20. People were
God.
much more enthusiastic with him than his brother. Then AJ Styles, the big return, 21. Not AJ Lee, but AJ Styles.
Yeah, we're
They didn't
uh,
cut away to Roman
really
Reigns'
well.
face.
Yeah, that one I pretty much called in advance. It wasn't on the show.
You did.
But I simply said, "Hey, see you in the Rumble," when he was talking about his recovery.
Yeah.
The pasta is being dropped.
Oh no.
No, into water. Into water.
Oh well, that's okay.
Oh. I was worried for a minute then.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to drop it. No. See,
I'm still
there
working
it
on one
is.
monitor here, by the way.
Ta-da. See ya,
There
Tom?
it is, January
yeah.
the 11th. Called it
Yeah.
well in advance.
Hey, how are you healing up? Any updates when you're coming back? I gotta be honest, this injury's challenging. See you at the Rumble.
We did. Saw him at the Rumble for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then number 22 was Brawny Strongman. Has he been around? Because I lose track.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
He was on, what's the thing they did? Saturday night's main event.
Oh, that's right. I saw him running around the ring doing the train thing, and they kept making train puns.
He got absolutely taken out by Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did his thing where he ran into corner, didn't he, about 10 times.
That's his favourite
Yeah,
move. He
it's-
loves that.
Taking a blood tablet and spitting a load of blood out afterwards. Which I thought was the idea to write him off for a while, and then he just turned up in Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry,
Wow.
the match on Saturday night's main event out of, and I thought,
How do you
I'd
eliminate a
waited
man
little
the
bit
size of
before bringing him back, but there we go.
How do you eliminate a man the size of Braun Strowman? Well, 2 minutes. 2 minutes after he entered, John Cena was out, number 23. And John Cena has no problem eliminating someone the size of Braun Strowman. He has done it before.
No.
He'll do it. No, he won't do it again. He will not do it again. Actually, that's it. So we got AJ in there. We've got Roman Reigns in there. A couple of others. Uso. CM Punk is out next, followed by Seth freaking Rollins. So we've got some big names, all one after the other, and no one
This was
actually doing anything. They just stand looking at each other. Long entrances.
Yeah, I like this. It was a cool little moment where they had all like some real big names all at once.
It was kind of like they were doing a Final Four stare down,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
before the Final Four. So they all started brawling, and out comes number 26, Dirty Dom.
Mm.
And Sami Zayn, who was also arguably a big name, kind of borderline. Damian Priest, similarly. And then LA Knight, number 29,
Yeah.
which leaves only Logan Paul. Second streamer of the night. Logan Paul, number 30.
Fuck him.
There was a bit of beef between, allegedly anyway, between LA Knight and McIntyre.
I'm not buying
Yeah.
Well, it was got referenced on SmackDown last night, so I don't know whether it was legit. But I think it's all blown over now. I think everyone's cool with it now, but I think something did happen.
There was a bit in that match on SmackDown where they like tackled each other, and there was a few
Yeah.
awkward throws in
Yeah,
there, which
yeah.
I thought that felt like McIntyre got a receipt in there.
Yeah, there was a bit. Yeah. Well, apparently McIntyre said something about show the story goes anyway. That he was Knight was trying to make a name for himself basically and get all his stuff in. That was the quote that he apparently said. And then last night on SmackDown, after he'd done his little promo, he hadn't said his yeah line.
Yeah.
And just as he's about to finish, he said, "Oh wait, hang on, I didn't get my stuff in." McIntyre was chuckling away to himself in the ring, so I think there was something there, but I think everyone's alright with each other now.
He was kind of in the middle of the ring a lot. The focus was on him when the others were kind of at the side getting stuff set up, and it was for Drew's elimination, I think. When it was him and Sami Zayn or something who were going out, and LA Knight was kind of still stood there, not
Yeah, that's it.
almost in the way. He could have been in the way. instead of bumping and letting them take the focus. It's just silly stuff. I'm sure it's a thing.
They were saying McIntyre destroyed the locker room.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what Wade Barrett was saying last night.
Significant eliminations here. Let's see, 20 minutes for Chad, 25 for Ray, 22 minutes for Bron Breakker. Penta lasted 42 minutes.
No, he lasted 2.
He lasted 2?
He got eliminated in the first 2 minutes.
Oh, he did. His feet touched the floor, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
did
that.
they both?
Yeah,
Both his feet clearly hit the floor.
definitely did. Yeah.
No.
If you look at the freeze frame of it, it's fairly
Uh-oh.
damning.
It's an unwritten rule though. If you first rumble, you're allowed one when you go back in.
I'm getting worried about Penta a little bit because there is a few. I mean, it's not a massive botch, is it, when you consider the scheme of things? But also, it is the Rumble, so it's like.
No, they're all in on this guy. That's not going to ruin anything. And the way that they did the thing, I don't know. There's not much you can do, I think. He's moving so fast, and the ropes are maybe looser than he thought, or whatever. And it can happen.
It just seems like everything that I've watched of him so far, and it's only minor things, but there seems to be something in every match at the moment where it's a bit.
Yeah, he didn't spend any time in NXT, did he? Not a lot, anyway.
No.
Well, not on the TV. I don't know. It's in the Performance Center, getting used to the bigger rings and the different
Well,
ropes
yeah.
and stuff.
There's a shot of the
Are they
beans.
actually touching there? Are they both touching, or is one of them off?
I think it was better on the moving because you can actually see it does touch.
They both clunk. Yeah. Yeah, well. So, officially, 42 minutes, but maybe that's a little inflated.
A little.
Jacob Fatu, 25 minutes-ish. And then, let's see some of the big names here. Drew McIntyre lasted 27 minutes. Damian Priest, LA Knight. AJ eliminated by Logan Paul. Then we're down to 6. Roman Reigns out. CM Punk dumps Roman Reigns and Seth freaking Rollins together. Reigns lasted a little under 40 minutes. Reigns eliminated 4 guys himself, but then Logan Paul dumped CM Punk out, and the 3 of these guys do not like each other. Don't know what this means for WrestleMania, but it's going to be a triple threat. Reigns, Rollins, and CM Punk are, not done with each other.
Before we go any further, I'm going to do
I
something.
would.
Sorry, go on, Beans.
No, I was just going to say a triple threat is not for nothing. If it was for the title, it'd be a little bit different. But
Yeah.
Well, it could be those 3 and Cody.
yeah,
I don't know
think
how they would get
could
there
have
with
put it
the
forward.
with the chamber and that.
Yeah.
You've still got this favour thing with Paul Heyman as well
Mhm.
to play out.
Excellent.
What were you going to say, Will?
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say, I'm going to do something slightly controversial on something no one has done very often.
Uh-oh.
I want to give Logan Paul some credit.
Fuck that.
I knew Smoot would like that. No, I thought.
I hope you got some soap to wash your mouth out after.
Yeah.
I thought his jump to the table was pretty cool.
Oh, we did the John Morrison thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, but he stupidly came back.
Well,
He
yeah,
could
there is
have
that.
waited. He was on an island
Could've-
out there. No one could have touched him.
I was watching it with my mate and it said like, do you know what? Stay there, because what's John Cena going to do? Blow an ACL out while he's trying to get on the
Exactly.
Yeah, pick your spot.
Yeah, no, there was that.
And sure enough, Logan Paul was eventually eliminated by John Cena, lasting about 11 minutes. Which leaves us with John Cena and Jey Uso. This can only go one way, surely. But no. Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble. The impossible has happened. It is a new era. Triple H era. Anything can happen.
I think this is more the... Oh, really? I think
Why are
this is
people
more
hating
like
on this?
how-
I just
Sorry, go on.
I don't get this. No, I just don't get why people are hating on this as much as they are.
I mean, look, I could get behind it if he would have won the match against Gunther on Saturday night's main event.
But then he would have been the champion.
Yeah, then he would have won the title.
Yeah, then he would have had the belt, and then he would have won the
I
Rumble.
think it was very short-sighted to do that match on Saturday night's main event.
Look,
It's
you had
They've
a
already done the WrestleMania match.
you had a lot of odds-on favorites there, especially with like the last 8 or 9 guys that were in the Rumble, and
This is my point. Sorry, go on. I'll
yeah,
ramble on a bit.
fair enough. I mean, if you want to go for unpredictability, that's great, and if you want to make like a quick buck off of like a long shot bet, by all means, cash that check and whatnot. But if we have to see Jey Uso and Gunther 2 run it back at WrestleMania as like one of the night 1 or night 2 main events, people aren't going to be happy about that.
You think?
I've
I
got
think
a
everyone's going to be
response
very
after
happy
Will.
about that.
I don't know.
I think that's a good move.
I mean, you say that,
How
but...
How many years have we been going on? Longer I can remember. Every time it happened, every time there's a Rumble winner, we always go, "Oh, it's him again." Oh, why are they picking him again? Why are they going?
Clearly
with him
going to be Randy Orton. Or
Yeah.
We know exactly who it's going to be.
Well,
And this year it was going to be Cena or Punk. We all predicted Punk.
And then they finally give us someone new.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, this is crap." Why are they pushing Jay?
you can't
That
just
tag
put...
guy.
Well, that's the thing. You can't just slap the moniker main event and then expect to be a main event star.
Which is exactly what they did with him. About 3 years ago, they started calling him main event Jey Uso, and he clearly wasn't a main event guy.
Yeah.
But he has, he's about
I
as
think
over as anyone. His yeeting entrance is huge. People
Yes,
really love the guy.
So was
He's
Fandango.
not bad.
Fandangoing was a thing back in the day, and
And they could have gone with Fandango. They could have gone with Zack Ryder. This is exactly what we say. Like, these guys get hot, and then they don't do anything with it. And this is the one they've finally done it. It is kind of wacky. I completely agree. It's totally wacky. But for
I
the
think it
secondary
was
title
such a safe bet.
against
I think
Gunther, they've been building that up anyway.
You've got a situation where you were probably going to do Gunther and Jey Uso no matter what at Mania for the title.
Right.
So all they've done is confirmed a match that you thought was going to happen, but they did it in a way where you got a different Rumble winner. So they've carried on the tension going into Mania with how does Punk possibly get into the main event? How does
Or Cena. No, like Cena's
or
whole thing
Cena,
is he wants
or
to be number
Reigns,
17.
or Rollins, everything.
Yeah.
And you gave an unpredictable moment, and it cries back to how it was when it was yesteryear, where the Rumble was supposed to be the spring starting point for someone to be the next main event. Main
Supposed
event
to
guy.
be, but Rumbles
And
3 and 4
it
were
lost
won by
that.
Hulk Hogan.
I know, but I mean, like, a lot of it is where you would look back and you think, ideally that's how you thought that people would start getting made, and then we all kind of went, well, the Money in the Bank is the new Rumble.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, the Rumble itself, if you think about the Rumble as a match, as a concept, it should be that you get more unpredictable winners because literally anyone could win it.
Yeah.
So
Especially if
it
you've got
should
2
be.
world titles and 2 main events. Like, it's not all on one. You can't. Back in the day, you couldn't put Santino Marella over, because then you would have to main event WrestleMania with Santino Marella.
Yeah.
It would be ridiculous. Now you kind of could.
Yeah.
Not that I'd say you should do Santino Marella, but Jey Uso is very over right now. If they think this is going to last until WrestleMania, and there's no reason to think it won't, they've got this storyline set up. Gunther is saying, "You're a joke. You can't do this. You're a tag guy."
hey,
It's a good
that's my
story.
criticism.
I think because we all think that a little bit. I think that's what
it
makes
was
it
a
good.
really clever promo from Gunther on the Raw to like play into what everyone that was negative about it was. You know, you're not worthy of being in this position. Like
Yeah.
you're a joke kind of thing.
I mean, it's this argument that he's a tag guy. I mean, you know, there's got to be a point where he isn't a tag guy anymore. You know, they're not tagging. They haven't tagged for a long time.
I was just going to say, if you're talking about him being tag, I'm sorry, Jimmy's the tag guy.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Jimmy is the Genetti.
yeah.
Well, that was my point actually. The next thing I was going to say is, look, you know, looks like the likes of Edge. You know, when did he broke out on his own?
Christian.
I think you mean Cope.
Yeah, Cope.
Sorry, I mean Cope. I do.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You know, you mentioned Genetti there. Michaels obviously broke out on his own.
Yeah,
You know, there's got to be a time when, all right, it's not going to happen to both of them. You know, probably not anyway. But one of them has got to go to the next level. Why not now?
Well, now is the time if you're going to do it.
Well,
It's just, yeah, okay.
but you're wrong, Schmidt. Okay.
All right, hey, nothing wrong with that, you know.
This was one of the most stacked ones. We were talking about all these like actual legitimate possibilities. Cena and Punk were probably the big two, but if Reigns had won, or Rollins, or even Drew McIntyre or something, wouldn't have been a massive surprise. They're the top end of the card.
Well,
AJ's in there, maybe.
Poor booking decision.
Yeah. And then we'd have been
And
going,
I
oh, not him again.
It really puts over the chaos of the Rumble. Like, these things can happen, and it can work out that the underdog actually wins one. I think it's pretty cool. If one out of every 5 or 10 Rumbles, you get someone totally unexpected winning it, that helps. That's a good thing,
Yeah, definitely.
I'd say.
And like I say,
well-
I just think, as it, someone who may be like, you know, a bit of a casual fan might watch it because they want CM Punk to win it.
Yeah.
Punk's not won it, so now they're not guaranteed to have that match that they thought they were going to have. So someone might be enticed to check out what happens now because, you know, like how what's he going to end up doing at Mania?
Well, it drags out that story, definitely. Which I think that's why I went with Punk in the end last week for my prediction that you can't just have Cena come back and say, I want the title. I'm going for WrestleMania, I'm in the Rumble. Then just have him win the Rumble. That's the story ended. You have him narrowly lose out in the Rumble, then he has to go through the Chamber. Maybe he even loses in the Chamber, and then he has to do something else. Go into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Maybe he doesn't get into the main event of WrestleMania at all, and then he has to win Money in the Bank. Like, you can keep doing this all year.
Does he have what it takes to make it happen in the last year of his career?
I don't know.
I think
Does Jeff Jarrett?
Oh my god. Yeah, but that's a mistake, that, Chuck. We all know that this is the last year of Jarrett's career. He's going to be around for the next 20 years.
So yeah, said, hasn't he? Cena said on the press conference afterwards that the whole thing of him not wanting the title is he's not buying into that anymore. He does want the title now. And he's basically using his sway, if you like, to put himself in the chamber.
The thing afterwards, wasn't it, where he did the press conference and he said, my years of service or whatever he said, I think I've earned the right to be in the chamber. So again, you've got a thing of, could they potentially go down this route where, not saying heel as such, but you know, he starts to play with the idea of that desperation kicking in because he keeps losing his chances and because it isn't working. It could be really interesting just to see the frustration within him throughout the year, where, like you say, he loses the chamber, he doesn't get his main event spot, he loses his Money in the Bank. There's loads of things that they can do where he's always going to be on the cusp of winning it, but he never does.
Yeah.
And they've also, I don't know if you've already spoke about it, but there's the pay-per-view that they're doing at the end of the year.
Just going to mention that, the Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah, so they're doing Ruthless Aggression, and it's in Boston. So, you've got that thing like what I was saying on the predictions, where are they going to literally run it down till basically his last day of being in the company, and he's still not achieved what he wants to achieve, and he has that match, and it's like this is it kind of thing. It's now or never kind of thing. You create that big moment for the end of the year on potentially just technically a B-level pay-per-view, but
This is where he wins and then has to forfeit it straight away.
that's what I mean. It could be just a case of him wanting to do that.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what to do with him. Like, I think he will get that 17th title at some point.
Okay, here's the thing. They do this Ruthless Aggression late 2025, whenever it happens to be Christmas-ish.
This is December one, I think.
December 1, so I'm guessing late December, but whatevs, it doesn't really matter too much. Whenever it is, he wins the belt, forfeits because that's it, that's his last match. Then we've got the Royal Rumble, which, by the way, is in the beautiful city of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's going to be the greatest Royal Rumble.
It's going to be the greatest 40-man Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship you've ever seen.
It might just be. Maybe 50. It was 50 last time.
Oh, God, yeah, they did, didn't they?
It was,
The 40 was
It's 60.
2012. wasn't it?
60 Royal Rumble. They're going to bring up TNA roster in on it.
Because they can't have women in there. They can smash the two Rumbles together. 60 more dudes. So could it
There
be
you go.
that they have maybe even the title up for grabs in the Rumble?
Done it before.
They have done it
that
before.
before, yeah.
They've done 40 men before in 2011, I think, when Alberto Del Rio won. They've done 50 in the greatest Royal Rumble. So I don't know. There could be something a bit wacky going on at that Royal Rumble. We'll see. That's something that could happen. We've also got a 2-night SummerSlam.
That's this year, isn't it? It's August.
It's both, apparently. Yeah, they're doing it this year and next year.
It's going to become the standard, that.
Should we move on to the thumbs?
Was there something? Well, Will said there was something about something that he was going to mention. Oh man, I should have made a note. Forbidden Door?
Oh,
Or,
yeah. No, not Forbidden Door. It was more when you mentioned Nick Nemeth.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously they mentioned Nick Nemeth on the show itself.
Is the multiverse is imploding? That's it.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen this, but on NXT this week, Fandango turned up.
Yeah.
On what?
On NXT.
NXT.
With the music?
And then
With the music.
with the music and everything, yeah.
Not many people remember to do the dance, but yeah,
They
the
didn't,
music
no.
was there. And he mentioned
Everything was
that
there.
music means a lot to me.
Yeah. And then he said, well, by the way, I'm not Fandango anymore, I'm JDC.
Yeah.
That's his NXT name.
Johnny Dango Curtis. Still kind of Fandango.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I thought it was kind of cool that they introduced him as Fandango, because that's what everyone's going to say, aren't they? Oh, that's Fandango.
Yeah.
But
That's
then I
gotta be
suppose
Fandango.
it makes maybe they'll do something similar if Nick Nemeth ever turns up.
Yeah.
They'll
Formerly
bring
Dolph
him
Ziggler.
out as Dolph and say, you know, that was me, that was the old me or something, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I thought it was a cool little moment.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's cool. The other thing, should I make it a thumb? Do I even have any thumbs this week? Oh man. No, it's not fair.
Using
It's not
dangerous
very
machinery.
fair. Yeah, no, I'm all fingers now. I can't believe there was no New Day here. I thought for sure this was going to be Big E's big return.
Yeah, well, he was there. He was, on
He was
the-
there.
He was there, he was on the pre-show panel. His
Yeah.
desk job, his cushy desk job.
Yeah.
But none of them, all three, left out.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. And the AJ Lee thing I was gutted about, but
Yeah. All right.
So at
I'm
the
just
end of that,
surprised
so
at the
was-
way. Sorry, I was surprised the way that it all seems to go on a little bit. Well, downhill is probably the wrong word, because it is. But you know, I saw a tweet today. It was literally 12 months ago today. Was when they did that big WrestleMania kickoff when The Rock slapped Cody.
Oh yeah.
And you think, look back to that, and you think to what they're doing now. It's all a little bit of a come down, isn't it? Really.
It's not as big, is it? No.
Yeah.
We need to
I
find a
also
boss.
don't feel that they've reached that point. I think they're pacing it a bit. I don't think, again,
True.
like you said,
Yeah.
I think what we were saying about with Punk and stuff, it was like you say last year, it was all kind of in place, and if Punk had won it and then he had a face-off with Cody, you're kind of thinking, well, that's obviously where you're going with it. You already kind of know Jey Uso's going to end up going for Gunther. Then, you know what I mean? You kind of already got the card together, whereas at the moment now, you're not sure what direction they're going in, and I think it was probably the right move for Elimination Chamber, because it gives them the opportunity to even potentially change things if they want to, it's...
Which is what I was going to point out, because I said on Blue Sky, here was it, because I said something along the lines of, this doesn't seem like a good idea to put the choice on Jey Uso to be in the main event of WrestleMania. And then I got a reply of like, by what metric? Your opinion? Well, yeah, I mean, that's usually... what...
Yeah, that's pretty much what social media is.
Yeah. If we measure how over someone is through fan engagement and merch sales, then you're objectively wrong. Other than Punk and Roman, Jey is more over than the majority of the wrestlers in the Rumble. And I just simply replied with a screenshot of like a like-dislike ratio of 24,000 to 43,000 dislikes of the official WWE YouTube video. And then this was great. They further kept the conversation going of saying, "Oh, nice, the Reddit approach of picking the quote-unquote right opinion. Guess we'll have to let the marketing team at WWE do ignore all the merch sales and solely look at the YouTube dislikes." By the way, just curious, how many views did that video have? I just reposted it again, this time with the views being at nearly 1 million, with 25,000 likes to 45,000 dislikes. So... I don't know. It definitely seems like a poor choice, at least if you were to go off of like an immediate knee-jerk reaction of...
I don't know about you guys, but
Also,
how often do you click the like button on a YouTube video? I don't.
Yeah, very rarely.
If I like the video, yes, I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't...
I probably should, don't get me wrong, it's probably something I should do, but I don't.
Yeah, you should do it for this show. Well,
I should.
Should always do it for this show. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
And the bell as
Ring
well.
that bell.
Ding the bell. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that thing.
My guy blocked me, by the way.
Who blocked you?
The person that was trying to stir up stuff there in that screenshot on Blue Sky.
JP.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
JB495.
Oh no, whatever will I do?
Well, I think as well, when you look at, like you were saying though, the response that they had on Raw and SmackDown with Jey Uso and the crowd, you can't. I don't think you can say that it's. I mean, yeah, it's not a choice that, like you say, a lot of people online would like, but
It's always
I
been the
don't
way. I
think
think
it's one that's getting people wound up in the same way.
Well, people online aren't people buying the tickets. It's been that way for a while.
Yeah, to some degree. So who won? Cody Rhodes wins 2024 Royal Rumble. Just want to see if they've got full match. Cody Rhodes. There you go. So that's the highlights. Let's see. That's got 4.7 million views, 80k upvotes, and only 7,000 down. So okay, yeah, he's actually quite popular. It turns out. I thought maybe people were just generally kind of negative about any winner. Like that's not my guy, so I don't like it. But no.
If you look at it the other way,
You've
how
also
many
got to
was that?
remember, like last year as well, people were hoping Punk was going to win as well. And
Well, exactly.
he
That's what I was
didn't.
thinking. Yeah, maybe that would have been downvoted in a
And
similar kind of.
You get to
ratio.
this year, and it's like, well, he's definitely going to win it this year because he didn't last year, and he's not again. So it's like,
If you look at it the other way, though, that one that you posted there.
There's some bad comments in here.
Wow.
Wow. So that one you posted there, Schmidt, the one that was this year, the one that I've done.
What kind of comment is that?
I don't know if I want to put that on the screen, to be honest.
That is atrocious. Oh my god.
So that one you put there, one you're talking about, Schmidt, the one that this year's one, the JUSO
Yeah,
one, that all dislikes. So that kind of goes at my point. So that's how many views is that got right now? It's 974. So there's what, 70k that have actually bothered to dislike it. So that's a good 900k that haven't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Valid.
So I don't know.
Oh, for the people that did like
like
it, I mean, not many people liked it. I gotta say, for those that did.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
It's a big move for them to put someone over who's not already an established main eventer. They just don't do that. So I can imagine people are going to go, huh, that's weird. They're making a guy instead of just giving it to Cena for the third time.
Yeah.
There's like a prestige element to it, isn't there?
Kinda
Because
like it.
it's, you know, if Jay had won the Money in the Bank, people would probably be like, oh, that's cool. But
Yeah.
when it's the Rumble, they feel like as if they're acting like as if Jey Uso's the one that's closing the second night of Mania, and in reality, he's probably not going to be, even if he does win the Rumble.
He's on that list of Rumble winners now. It's like,
Exactly, and it's. I think when you look at the reactions that he gets, it's definitely a deserved thing. You know, he's made a connection with people on the shows that a lot of them
not many
haven't.
others do, yeah. True.
I mean, even when you look at people like Gunther, I mean, everyone respects him, but he doesn't get a reaction like that.
No,
Yeah.
it's true.
You say Jay's on the list of Royal Rumble winners now, which he is. We all know he is.
Yeah, he is.
Except
Fake
our
news.
truth, who thinks he won King of the Ring.
Oh yeah. I love that picture he put
Mr.
up
Truth.
with what you call it, Tommaso Ciampa,
The Hall of Fame.
congratulating him for going in the Hall of Fame.
So just going back to what we were saying then about it maybe being a bit less big. That's the word this year. So the is it a phrase? Yeah. Well, whatever. Anyway.
Smaller, I think most people would say. But yeah, that's big. That counts. Yeah.
Ari Emanuel, that guy.
Oh, that guy.
Endeavour CEO, I think he is.
Yeah, he's.
TKO CEO, more importantly. He was on Pat McAfee's show. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And he said to expect some pretty big things coming out of Elimination Chamber.
Ooh.
So
Big
Alright.
I
thing.
don't know. It's coming from him, so I'm guessing he's very pally with The Rock, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what made me think.
Who's still kind of.
He's not going to know the ins and outs of the story like that, is he? You know, he's that's still going to be, you know, internal, like WWE staff kind of thing.
The Rock's still kind of mad that Meltzer said that he wouldn't be at the WrestleMania this year or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing that, yeah. He'd probably turn up just to piss him off.
Yeah, he should.
Probably. I hope so.
Yeah, that would've
Anything to piss off Dave
t-shirts
Meltzer at
with
this point, I
fuck
think
you,
it's value.
Dave.
Real quick, we're running out of time here.
Just do the quick final scores here. I was a miserable failure at the Rumble. I got 1 point out of 4. Smoke Beans, you got 2. Just the 2 title matches, neither of the Rumbles. Will, thanks to Charlotte, he wins with a very
3.
impressive 3 out of 4 on a very difficult show.
Yeah.
Which puts us at Will 34, Beans 35, Smoot 37, and me on 41 with, 3 shows to go. So it's getting close, but not too far behind. Yeah, it's anyone's game, still.
Okay,
Thumbs.
my thumbs down is that the 2025 Rumble matches both sucked, in my opinion. The only decent match was the Cody Kevin Owens, but the show's called Royal Rumble, not ladder match.
Wow.
The thing on Twitter, this kind of caught my eye, and I thought this was hilarious. Friend of the show, Jimmy Corderas.
This guy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Who's he?
I'm feuding with
Who's
this
he?
guy.
Who is he?
I don't know. He's some bald guy, apparently. Get a load of this guy. This comes after Dynamite with Jimmy saying, great job of MJF reminding your audience about the man who is on top in the other company. So MJF cut this promo with Dustin Rhodes for some reason.
Yeah.
And MJF kind of hinted that, Dustin's still living in the shadow of Cody, and without saying Cody's name.
I mean, come on. Cody's like the biggest guy in the business right now. He
Right.
is.
Yeah. And MJF replied to Jimmy on Twitter saying, his brother, my mentor, a guy who helped shape me early on in my career. Your old boss brainwashed you into believing we need to treat the fans like morons and pretend other wrestling companies don't exist. You dumb, ignorant, bald, grifting fuck. Respectfully. And then...
I like MJF,
Yeah, I've turned a
dickhead.
corner on this guy.
to which Jimmy responded with, not drifting, giving my take from lessons...
Drifting.
Not
He
giving
said
my...
grifting, not
He
drifting.
said grifting, yeah.
Jimmy, you dumbass.
Giving my take from lessons I learned from the time I was privileged to work in our industry. My comment was a critique from my point of view. If you disagree, fine. That is your choice to present yourself as you see fit. That's not drifting. That's honest opinion.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, MJF replied again. Scroll down a little bit.
Look forward to your thoughts on Dustin's demise this Wednesday on TBS.
Okay, he's just promoting. Okay.
Which is labeled as Tuesday for some reason. I don't know why, because it's in
But
Australia.
Dustin said that too in his promo. He said,
Yeah.
next Tuesday I'm going to kick your ass or whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't
And then
it
at the end of the show, the announcer said that Tony Khan has booked it for Wednesday.
Yeah, because it's the
Isn't
Australia
it
show.
Jordan on Tuesday? I'm sure it's not
Oh,
live on
sick.
Wednesday. It's happening on Tuesday.
Yeah. So I
Jimmy's
saw
there.
that. I saw that and I was like, "Oh, we got to make that the thumbs up for this week." And it
Down.
is.
Thumbs down.
Sorry, Beans.
What we thumbs down on?
Beans is a
Yeah.
Jimmy Corderas fan.
I have a lot more time for Jimmy Corderas than I do MJF.
Oh.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we should get you off the show again.
Heel turn, brother.
Beans, what do you got? What do you have for a thumbs up, thumbs down?
I'm going to go the polar opposite and say that I think that the Rumble matches were very good because they didn't have anything too hokey in them apart from Speed being in there. But I
And even that was
appreciated the
only a
fact
minute.
that he got his head took off. So,
Exactly.
so yeah, that's my thumbs up. I think there wasn't any wasted talent. I think it just showed that. I mean, one specific thing, if you want to put it, is the women's Rumble didn't rely upon a bunch of people coming back like Kelly and Tori
Yeah.
Wilson. It was, genuine people who deserved to have that spot. And I'm not saying that they didn't for what they've done, but I mean, it felt more current, and I think that's a step in the right direction for them. Thumbs down. MJF's a bitch.
Can't believe you're on Jimmy Corderas' show.
I know. I'm thinking I want that to be my thumbs up. MJF. Big win there.
Okay, we can make that happen.
I've got a thing against MJF before all this, just because I hate the ridiculous amounts of swearing that he does in promos just for the sake of it.
I'm alright with it.
I
I grew up in the 90s. Swearing's cool.
Do it when it needs to be done, not when you just want to look cool to your mates.
That's when it needs to be done. What
Yeah.
do you mean? How else can I look cool to your mate? I'm still trying to be the guy that I thought would be cool when I was 13. That's why I buy all the video games and stuff. that bump from Kevin Owens, I don't know where my thumb is on it, but it looked great. If he's okay, I guess it's a thumbs up. They did that really well.
The cut that he had on his eye was pretty nasty. Don't know if you know.
Yeah, he looked in bad shape, but I think he's okay.
But he genuinely had a cut on his nose and on his eye.
Yeah, I must have hit something. Jay White kept referring to Cope as Adam Copeland. He was not going to use that name.
Hey, my new thumbs up.
Jay White. Ignoring Cope, exactly.
Go ahead, Beans.
No, I was just saying that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you agree?
Anyone that refuses to call him Cope is a good person in my book.
I'll go for two quick ones. I show speed, not him in general, but I thought
He's dead.
he did well with taking the bump. Yeah. He did well taking the bump, and because no one else has done it, I'm going to do it. Jey Uso win the Rumble.
Controversial take.
Yeet.
No, I'm not going with the Yeet stuff. Doesn't go too far.
You're not a yeeter?
Far
yeah.
from it. Thumbs down?
Too old for all that.
You have a thumbs down?
Surprisingly, how what's the word I'm looking for? Strenuous eating actually is. Remember when we went to the show in Liverpool and we were doing it? It's it's takes it out of you. I can see why Cole gets knackered.
Is that your thumbs down? Eating takes too much energy?
Eating is tiring.
Eating ain't easy.
I'd get a t-shirt that says Yeeting is cardio.
Yeah.
Chucks, you have a thumbs down?
What's coming to mind? What did I eat?
Let me take a look here.
Yeah. Give me something. I was just thinking this Mariah May and Tony Storm thing is really dragging now, isn't it?
I think it's their best angle. Heading into Australia?
It might be. It might be, but they just keep going and going. And then this MJF feuding with all the 50-year-olds, I'm not feeling that either, really. It just,
that is kind of a
slow
negative.
Dynamite down in the middle. Yeah, and then your comment there. Samoa Joe's completely forgotten about Chris Jericho driving him through the wall.
Yeah.
I did notice that when he was going after Christian's boys.
Plenty to choose
What
from.
else have we got?
Oh yeah, the Zip Chair people were nice enough to retweet me because I mentioned them on both Blue Sky and Twitter about how their chairs are sturdy when Brody King launched himself into Takeshita with Taz's chair. Oh yeah, this is another thing actually. Yeah, the writing for the women in AEW. Just because I have this open.
Yeah, I thought that was familiar. She has said that before.
Yeah, the Mercedes, are you stupid or are you dumb? Which is already not a great line to open with. Being recycled from Camille back in November. Of are you stupid or are you dumb? So.
2 points about that.
Is that really a lie?
Yes!
Yeah, Camille said it to her, and it sounded like she was stumbling, like she forgot her word, so she just used a synonym. Now Mercedes has adopted it, and she's using it.
I haven't seen Dynamite, so I don't know. So that first screenshot, can you make that bigger? First of all, what's the significance of the puppet?
Well, that's Harley Cameron, and she's making fun of Mercedes by having a puppet version of her.
Right.
She's
actually quite
surprisingly
good
with the ventriloquist.
Yeah, she's not moving her lips.
She's actually
she's
very talented in lots of ways.
Right, okay.
Was it
Fair enough,
about? I don't know if it's 2-3 years ago. The QTV guys did a rap about the Acclaimed. Was that her as well? I think it was.
Yeah, where Harley didn't know that the one was it? Anthony Bones was gay, and she was trying to like hit on him.
Yeah, but no, they did a little rap video. It was like, because the Acclaimed used to do their pre-produced rap videos, and they did one, and she rapped on. I'm pretty sure it was her, and she was incredible.
She's a hell of a talent.
She's multi-talented.
Yes.
She can do lots of things.
Second quick point, sorry. That picture again, the same picture, sorry.
Oh,
No,
the other one?
What a freeze frame that is.
Is that title belt one of the ones you get from like a toy shop? Queen of the Southside.
Are you talking about the New Japan purple one here? The New Japan
No, the
strong?
Queen of Southside.
Oh, I don't know what that one's from. I'm sorry.
That's just a belt, isn't it?
It may be. This is what
Come
Beans
on,
is
man.
laughing at here.
It's just a face. I left WWE for this.
Oh man. Anyhow, yeah. So, thumbs down, Chucks. What do you have? Lots to choose from. Samoa
Can I have
Joe.
another thumbs up?
Sure.
Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
Good to say about it.
Okay. There you go. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong screen. Anything, Chucks, or no? You're just gonna stick with Coke.
Now, any one of the things we talked about, they're all worthy.
Since you said it first, I'll say that Samoa Joe.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Samoa Joe,
Forgetting.
forgetting about Chris Jericho. Not going after Chris Jericho. Makes no sense.
All right. That is it. We're gonna get on out of here. We'll see you next week. What do we got next week coming up?
Isn't it Grand Slam?
That's right. Yeah, the Grand Slam Australia and Grand Slam
hang on,
Collision.
wow. Point of order. Sorry. Mr. Chucks, is Grand Slam part of our competition?
Grand Slam. Grand Slam. I don't know that it is because it's a television special.
It's a
Yeah.
Collision special.
It
Both
is a
Dynamite
collision
and Collision.
special, so no.
God, there's only
Even though
4
it is on
matches? What
Saturday.
the fuck? Only 4 matches announced?
There'll be 4 people there.
Alright, well, we'll talk about it next week on the show. Have a great one, everybody. We'll see you next time. Good night.